Good afternoon. It's October the 25th. Beautiful, beautiful fall afternoon here in Regina. I had thought I'd do a longer walk today, but the way things worked out, I have to go downtown, so I'm combining the walk with going downtown, as I often do, just to make the most efficient use of my time. So I'm always swamped with things to do right now. But it is a lovely day for a walk, even if it is a short one downtown and not the long one around the lake I originally anticipated. You can see the sky is, I think it really is cloudless. Usually I say that and then immediately spot a small cloud somewhere, but I don't see any clouds. Doing, stuff this morning. One thing I'm doing is I'm launching another Kickstarter, but this one's not for an anthology like the previous ones. It's to support the three science fiction fantasy books coming out from Shadowpaw Press this fall. One is already out, which is Ibrax, A Battle Divine, a dragon assassin adventure by Governor General's award-winning author Arthur Slade, who lives in Saskatchewan. The next one will be The Sunrunners, which is a young adult, new adult science fiction adventure set on Mercury in cities that are all running on rails, constantly staying ahead of the sunrise. And the third one is called Ashmi Song, and it's a far future science fiction adventure with occupation and rebellion and family issues. It's very good, and it'll be coming out in December. The hedges are often the reddest things we see around here. You can see a lot of the leaves are gone now. Of course, they came and swept the street last week, and then a whole bunch of leaves continued to fall because there were still lots of leaves on those trees last week when they swept, and now they're all down here. I've got somebody booked to come clean my yard because I don't have any desire to rake. I'm willing to spend a little money to get it done quickly and efficiently by somebody else. This house continues to take shape. It's a big front porch, but not a very deep one. Kind of interesting. I wonder what they're going to do there on the front of it. There's something going on up here. I don't know exactly what. But I think I'll cross over to the other side to avoid it. It's like yard work or landscaping or something of that ilk. Or elk, but no elk are involved. Queen City paving stone. All right, then. I would say they're putting in a new walkway, most likely. Yeah, for sure. Oh, and a bit of a retaining wall around the front, too, it looks like. We'll get something done in our yard eventually, I hope. As usual, my path to downtown will depend on how the lights work out. My right foot's been hurting a little bit. Not enough to stop me walking, but I'm certainly aware of it. Picasso. I didn't know he drove a Mercedes. And I also thought he was dead. Almost tripped my left foot there because I misjudged the step because I was looking at the license plate. Look how blue that sky is. Come up to Albert Street. Oh, I don't think I can make that. By the time I get there, it's going to go to don't walk. Yeah, I can't make that. We'll go this way instead. Take a little shortcut through the porch here. Down through the parking lot. That's the former Saskatchewan Government Telephones building there that's now part of the Royal Saskatchewan Museum. It's actually full of paleontologists and fossils and laboratories. It doesn't look like it from out here, but it's interesting inside. I've only been in there once. Hi, Crazy Love. Yes, it is a beautiful day. So I like the view down that archway there. It's the front of the Saskatchewan Government Telephones building. Now I'm on the shady side of the street since this is an afternoon walk. It's quite a bit cooler in the shade. Leopold's Tavern. You know, Sando doesn't save anything except, well, it saves 4 letters, but it doesn't save anything pronunciation-wise. You could just say sandwich. It's the same number of syllables. We had a few snowflakes last week, but no, it's not snowing. Here's the Petrocan, where I usually buy gas. It hasn't snowed enough to stick, but it did have a few snowflakes last week. It is going below freezing almost every night, so snow is always a possibility. And sometimes it arrives by surprise. It's not even in the forecast. You wake up one morning and it snowed. I'll probably be able to cross at this intersection. By the time I get across the street here, it shouldn't be too long a wait. I'd rather get off Albert. Oh yeah, this would be perfect. Like it was -3 when I got up this morning, so certainly cold enough to snow, but not snowing at the moment. Dry. Precipitationless, I guess is the word. Non-precipitating. All right, here's Albert Street. We will go on down 15th there, since it worked out that way. Very pleasant in the sun, a little cool in the shade. There's a football game tomorrow. How exciting it is depends on what happens in the game with Winnipeg and Montreal earlier in the day. Canadian Football League I'm talking, obviously. If Winnipeg beats Montreal, then they clinch first place. If Montreal beats Winnipeg, we can still get first place by winning our game tomorrow against Calgary. We're so far down in the standings, it doesn't mean much to them. If Winnipeg wins, the game doesn't mean much to either team playing tomorrow at Mosaic Stadium. But I will be there with my wife. I hope they get first because I will be away next weekend in Ottawa for CanCon, Science Fiction Convention, and I would not be able to attend the playoff game if it's the second place game, which will be that weekend. If they get first, the Riders, then I can go to the Western Final the week after, but we shall see what we shall see. And the game is over by the time our game starts. The Winnipeg-Montreal game is over by the time our game starts, so it'll all be determined just how important that game is before kickoff here in Regina. We await with bated breath the results. Which is B-A-T-E-D, by the way, not B-A-I-T-E-D. I see people write it bated breath as if, I don't know, your breath smells like fish and you're trying to attract cats, or it smells like cheese and you're trying to attract rats. I'm not sure which. It's B-A-T-E as in abated breath. This is the Pig Snout building. I always think of it as. We'll go this way. Some work going on down there too. I knew I was hearing noises. Oh, there's somebody up on the, you can see by the shadow, there's somebody up on the roof. There, can't quite see him from here. They're one of those nice red hedges. You don't get a lot of red trees, but some of the hedges get very red. The grass is still mostly green, as you can see, at least where it's watered, and also where it's artificial, which I think is what this is. I'm pretty sure that's artificial grass. It'll be green all year. That's one way to have a green lawn you never have to mow. City Hall up there, just to the left at the end of the street, or not the end of the street, but to the left of the street. I don't think there's anything in here right now. It's not a house anymore. It's been an office of various sorts. This, I think, is still an old apartment building now. Probably well over 100 years old. And now, 100 for sure. It is coming. We will cross here. Go by Ripplinger Fine Art Gallery. Like they're getting sweeping this coming Monday. There's the side of that old apartment building, and then there's another one of the same vintage just past it. And yes, this is an art gallery and gift shop. Used to have a coffee shop, but I don't know if they still run that or not. Up to Lorne Street. It's Lorne Drugs over there. Alberta license plate. And maybe tomorrow I can do a more interesting walk somewhere. Take the car and go somewhere interesting. You see? Go by Tangerine here. It's a pretty good little restaurant, coffee shop. Hi, Bailey. Yes, very beautiful. I'm glad I got at least a short walk in. Another old apartment building. There used to be an organic food store in there, but it hasn't been there for years now. Nothing has taken its place. It's just been empty for as long as I've been walking by anyway. Office building. We will be turning left here down Cornwall Street, which takes us, I do believe this apartment is defunct, just waiting to be torn down, it looks like. No, it's for sale, but yeah, not renting anything, that's for sure. Wonder why. It's got too run down, maybe. I don't even know what's in that office building, really. I am, of course, going to the hotel. That's not why I'm coming downtown, but that's where I'm going to go until it's time for me to go do the thing that I came downtown for. Oh, I lied. There is a cloud. It is not a cloudless sky. So a flock of birds up there. A small one. It's an almost cloudless sky, but not entirely cloudless. Well, that really is the only one I've seen. A rather uninspired couple of apartment buildings here from the same era as the one back there that's looks like it's closed now. This is a seniors co-op housing building. Oh, Cornwall Village Co-op apartments, 50 plus. Call that seniors. 50 seems like young to me now. Now that I'm an old man. Ooh, another cloud up there, and a small contrail. And another cloud over there. So not cloudless, just mostly cloudless. I like this old apartment building because it has a spiral staircase, which is cool. I don't know why, but spiral staircases are cool. So it's got a nice bit of fall color still happening there. Also, there's a crosswalk here, which is helpful. You know, assuming anybody obeys the... No, nobody's coming, so it doesn't really matter. Point is moot. Blessed Sacrament Church over there, SAS Power Building beyond it. Edward Tower is the white one peeking through. Hotel Saskatchewan is one more block up on my right. This will be the end of this walk, as usual. Well, I had a very exciting day. Last time I came down here, I got my hair cut. And I picked up... What else did I do that day? Got my hair cut. I voted. And I got my flu shot all on the same day. Such excitement. Canadian Red Cross, which is separate from the people who take blood now. Yeah, no, they're... Well, we were in the Tower of London, for example, when we were in London, and a couple of other old places with spiral staircases. And they're actually kind of, especially if you have big feet like me, you get close to where they narrow, and you don't want to be over there. You have to be right out against the edge. And then if there's somebody coming the other way, there's not a lot of room to go by each other on your typical spiral staircase. But they are attractive. I mean, more attractive than an ordinary staircase anyway. What to call it? Attractive. Kind of attractive. Semi-attractive. I don't know what that cherry picker is sitting there for. So that's Victoria Park up ahead of us. The Cenotaph, which is where the Remembrance Day ceremonies will be in a couple of weeks. Well, I would have been a giant for the most part. Henry VIII was huge. Even now, he'd be a big man, but most of them are quite small. I don't know that he was, taller than we would consider tall now, but he was certainly tall for back then. And of course, in later life, quite fat as well. Which you could probably only manage because he was the king. It's a lot harder to be fat if you were a peasant in those days. Alrighty, this is where we'll stop, as we often do. So, lovely view of downtown, and thanks for walking with me. We'll see what I can do over the weekend. Bye for now.